it's life for me.
Hey, are the Harmy Hearties, and welcome to MMOCraft, the project MMOCraft, where we try to recreate World of Warcraft, Skyrim Online, Dota, LoL, HON, any game or MMO where you can play with mana, rage, spells, stuff, level up systems, multiplayer, awesomeness in Minecraft, vanilla Minecraft. And this is what I have to show you today is quite awesome. According to me, it's awesome, and I decide because I am the one making the video. So the last time I did this, exactly this video, it got too long. The first time I did it, I didn't think it was enough content to actually show you, but now it's turning out too long because there's a bit more. But first of all, let me show you. I am completely done with the tank class. In the theory, something like that. And in the Redstone, there are of course different changes that can be made, like everything has the same cooldown basically, and the same mana cost, and the amount of stuff can be changed, like the resistance. This is untrue, and this is true, this is true, this is kind of true, and this is not true yet. But we have the tank. You can see the spells that we have. We actually have a nice little book that we can take a look at. I won't read everything to you, but the passive is to blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Empty page. So that is what I have right now on the Paladin tank. Very nice stuff. I wrote it for you. I haven't done that over here though. This is an empty book if you want to see. It's very empty. There's, wait, it says E on page 3 if you feel like reading it. It's good content. It's a really nice book. I don't know why it hasn't won an Oscar. I have no idea. But this is the Berserker class, the ideas that I have right now. So the way the classes will work, you will have a basic attack, 3 like regular spells that you can use hopefully quite frequently. That will be your like really damaging things or protective things if you're a tank. And then you will have your ultimate, which in the tank case is immortality, the Berserker's rage, which is the ultimate for the Berserker. Makes sense, right? Will give you quite a lot of strength, maybe level 4 or 3, maybe start at 2, 3, 4 and possibly 5 to make you do an absolute crap ton of damage for a very short while, but being immortal compared to doing a lot of damage. If these two face off, no one is the winner, and that is the way I want it. We have the mage. Also, nothing in the book yet. Why am I getting server lag? I'm not on a server. This is single player. Ridiculous. Sword is fire aspect. As you level up, I might just remove this and make this something else. Make this a proper spell. We have the fireball, obviously very important for a mage. Arrow and a flame enchant. Holy water. Corrupted essence and black light, which will be the ultimate here. No cooldown. Turn off all cooldowns for these, which will be quite difficult, I think. Infinite mana and blindness, or maybe crazy mana regen. But the blindness is there to make it a little bit more difficult, because if you could just stand there and throw an infinite amount of splash potions of healing or harming or flame arrows, I don't know how that would help you actually with the flame arrows, but throw potions, that might be a little bit too powerful maybe, or not. But the blindness makes you can't see that far, so it makes it kind of balanced. The rogue is not really finished, or assassin. You can see they have the sneak, slowness and invisibility, sprint, like run fast, and then the ambush, invisibility for a while. Like, I can't really see the point of this because you have this, but this will give you a diamond sword with sharpness 5 possibly, because the ambush needs to do a lot of damage. Maybe even give you strength for a while, like for a very short duration. And the archer, basically, I have nothing. Like, it's a maybe. That one spell is a maybe. But let me go over here. Give me all the things I need. Grab some steak, grab some zombies, and actually just give me 64 of that. I'll make sure that I have level 1 of all the things, so I'm basically a level 1 player. You can see that I have 2 extra hearts of damage, something added in the W23 8 snapshot, I think. I've never seen it before, it just popped up, so I'm thinking it's added in new. I haven't read the description from the Mojang page, but let's take a look at the spells. Let's actually see if they are activated. They are not at all. So let me just sheet a little here. Blonk. Blop, blop. Hello. Thank you. And do that, and we should be able to run a little bit. So it's not unbearable. Get ourselves some resistance so we don't take that much damage, and I think something is wrong. Yeah, it's a bug in the new snapshot that if you... I have had a lot of health before. Let's actually see... 255. Yeah, I should be down to regular damage. Regular health. Oh, holy crap, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I survived. Let's get some regen from my spell over here. Regeneration 2. I'm sorry about that health thing. It's a bug. If you give yourself a crazy amount of this health stuff and then you lose it, the health doesn't go away even though you can't see it. So I'll have to give this back to myself and heal myself again. I don't need to be immortal. Let us try that again. And eat first. Sprint over here. Well, you get the point actually. I think you get the point. I think you want to see how it feels like to be max level at this point. So let's get a taste of that. Gives ourselves a crazy amount of regen. Gives ourselves the highest levels possible of all the spells. They don't change how they work, but they make them more powerful, because that is obviously how they work. So let's see, we took 2 hearts of damage. We now only take 1 because of the resistance 3. We don't do that much damage, but we can of course become immortal if we want to. Seems we actually aren't completely mortal. I think I need to add a bit more resistance, but let's regen, and that actually regens quite fast, and you probably never will need this entire thing. But what I really like about this is, and well, the speed is really nice as well. You get really nice amount of speed. But let's get out a zombie here, get the resistance and the boots, and you see he can't do anything, even though we're not really mortal. Even without the resistance, the health regen is quite enough to not do any damage to us. Well, he does damage, but we regain it quick enough so that it doesn't matter. And there you saw a problem that I just cannot fix it, because it is Mojang's fault. It's how the game works. When they give you an item, as you might see when I remove this, is they They basically throw the item in your face and expect that you catch it. But zombies are really quick on taking items from you, and yeah, I can't do anything about that. But let's head over and see what the redstone does. This is it. That's all of the redstone slash command blocks. I don't know if you can call command blocks redstone. Where is the clock that's running and making me lag? You're not running. No, there's no clock. Maybe my computer is tired. I think it's tired. And turn this on again. Here we have the spells. We should have on the bow, we have the speed. So this is basically giving me the right amount of speed depending on which level I have in the scoreboarding system. It works the same way as the mana I showed you before, and basically everything does. It's using the same trick over and over again, but in a little bit different ways. This is the resistance. You can see over here we have a resistance for 20 seconds, resistance 2, because 1 means 2 in Minecraft, that's Minecraft logics. Resistance 3, because once again, logic in Minecraft. And finally 3 again, but for 40 seconds instead. The thing is, if you give yourself level 4 of resistance, you should you become immortal? Or is it level 5? Maybe it's level 5 actually. And that is what I need to change down here. But first let us continue over here. These two command block basically takes our shears and gives us a record instead. And then after the timer goes down, this is a modified hopper timer that has a activation, and then it goes a cycle and it waits for another signal. So this is what it does. It goes for a cycle. Once it is completely done, it will turn on this torch again because it turns off. Let me actually get a shear to show you that in action. You can see it will flicker, it will turn on, that moved over. Items are filling into this hopper until it goes to 632, I guess. Yeah, I took the one with the long cooldown, that's right. Perfect. But now it's toggled over and it's emptying again. This has been powered because of items in this. Once this is completely empty, the hopper has completely restored itself, and this will go on again, giving us back our shears. I had shears. Brilliant. I'm the brightest person alive. I'm a little bit tired. This works the exact same way with the bow, except I think that the cooldown is reasonable to 16 items. The boots were really difficult because I had to make sure that you could override this timer, and this timer doesn't like to be overridden. Something. That's a word. That is a word. It is now. But as you can see, once I am holding the boots, this torch is off, and this is off for as long as the timer is on. Once one of them goes on, either by me letting go or the timer finishing, it turns on. And by by using a monostable circuit over here, below everything, I can get a single pulse, and I have to change that because this block is going to be bedrock, because this is the bottom of the box. And there's redstone on the bottom of the box. I know. I don't care. I don't care. And this one is basically the same as this one, just wired a bit differently. Over here we have the resistance, which we're going to increase to 4, which means level 5 in Minecraft because of Minecraft logics. So now we should become truly immortal. And this little thing is the sword regenerator, which all classes will have for their main weapon. Once the item breaks, or you drop it, or whatever happens, or if you like just let it go, it will remove the items or that item and give you a new one. So clear 268 and give 268. So it will basically replace the damaged item or completely broken item. So you can see all of these have been prepared. These are actually for different players, and wow, this is not okay, lag. This is not okay. If I would turn this on, you can actually see that I cannot activate it at all, and that is because I am player 1. If I want to activate this one, I'll have to become player 2. I do that by joining player 2. That is a team in the scoreboard, and by joining that team you will see that I can now activate the spells of this one, but I am not activating these spells because I am not the player 1, and this is the player 1's box, and each player will have an individual box, so you will need more than one box, though this is quite advanced, and that it's actually this small is a surprise to me, because this was like 2 spells before, and you can see that it's quite a lot larger than what it is over here, and not nearly as beautiful, because if we take a look at this is the original one. You can see that it looks really nice. It looks like some kind of engine or jet fighter. There are 2 built-in clocks, a hopper clock and a comparator clock, which you can override by just powering everything, just smashing some power into the air and making them useless. Let me actually go back to player 1 because that seems like a nice thing to be. And this works the same way as these things did before. No, actually they do not. The way they worked before is that we try to enchant and test for the mana and everything in the same command block, and that doesn't really work. So now we have a gate, a logic gate over here, which is basically a AND gate or something. Yeah, I think... No, wait. Is this an AND gate? No, it's not. It's a reversed AND gate. This has to be... One of these has to be on, and this has to be off for this torch to come on. So if we would actually turn it on again, you can see that if we have the bow over here, you can see that this one is on, this one is off, so the output is on. But if this goes on again, it overrides and makes sure that this is not on. This has to be like this because what happened when we have it just like this is that the command block, this will turn off if I don't have enough mana. So if I go scoreboard, players, set mana, set JarsCrafted's mana, yes, to 0. Nope, to 0. You will see that these turn off because I don't have enough mana to use the spell. These require 200, and if I didn't have this to override, now if I take this is on, and I can't use the spell because that is powering that, and now I got enough mana so I can use the spell. And this redstone is basically just updating these command blocks and making sure that they are checking regularly for new updates. So now that we're not updating them, we're basically not changing anything by selecting these, and by using the fast clock we are checking more regularly or more often, so that, yeah, you can see that it's almost instant when we change the spells. Well, that seems to be it for this time. I didn't manage to make this episode shorter, or much shorter. What I want your help with is these ideas. Had some wonderful ideas last time with the stun. Sadly, it isn't possible. I've tried to come up with something. The only way I can figure it out is by using custom items, custom potions to be precise. And I'm just showing you the classes as they are right now to give you a refreshment. And if you want to throw in some ideas for a spell to any class, you are very welcome to. But the only way to make a stun that would work on mobs and other players and everything like that is to give a splash potion that is custom and has the right things. And you can't customize items with command blocks or give custom items or anything like that. So you would need to use spawners or MC edits, and I cannot see a person with this game go into MC edit and give themselves a stun potion. So that is sadly not possible. I really wished it was possible, because that would be the most awesome spell in the world. But thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of MMOCraft. I'm sorry, my throat is... If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to leave a like. If you didn't, feel free to leave a dislike. And I shall see you the next time. See ya.